Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Apple report for Thursday, January 5th, 2023. We're closing in on meaningful long-term support, specifically 122.95. There are other levels I can show on the weekly chart in a moment, but before I do so, I'd like to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. That helps us, we get found much easier if we have more likes to views, relatively speaking. And also subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. That'll provide you notification each and every time new content has been uploaded. That includes the daily Apple and daily Tesla report. And, please share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. So 122.95 to 124.41, an area that we dipped into Tuesday of this week, just above this area Wednesday. This is bottom picking territory, not only for day traders, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 week swing traders, but also near-term investors over the next, 3 to 5 weeks or so, and even longer-term investors as we move into later 23. The channel top to this channel bottom, 122.95, is in the 170s, and this channel top is in reach in the months ahead. I have no idea how soon, but precedent shows potentially within 3 to 5 months. So let's just call it that. Anyway, so this is the weekly chart, same area. We have 120.74 as a level I cannot ignore, a long-term rising two-thirds speed line projected off the March 2020 low, trend defining in its own right. It really is the low 120s and narrowing gradually on the weekly chart that can absorb these longer-term selling pressures. And from here, we can turn back up into the 160s, 170s over the next, possibly within 3 to 5 months, could take longer. Now, if we do, I'm going to say today is Friday. Today's Thursday. I'm thinking about Friday, though, that in the event that we close below 122.95 today, might we test 116.16 tomorrow? I doubt it. I think what is likely to happen is we tag 120.74, and then we really see how does the week play out tomorrow, Friday. If we clearly settle below 120.74 tomorrow, we have a sell signal and a number of targets that I'm going to mention right now. First target would be, yes, this descending channel bottom. That could be 3 to 5 days. That could put us into the middle to later part of next week where we could place a weekly low. It is dropping daily, can contain weekly selling pressures. From there, we could rally back into the low 120s again within a week or two of doing so, where I would anticipate the market could top out into February, March, and continue falling off. So, it really is, I'm going to say this is kind of a 1 to 2 month, 2 to 3 month target, 102.73. If we close this week, Friday, tomorrow, below 120.74. 102.73 is a long-term 5/8 Fibonacci, the March 2020 low against the all-time high January 2022. And you can also see it's similar to this spike low that occurred back in July of 2020. So that would be our target. It may be our ultimate target, but I'm also drawing this as a longer-term possibility that when you violate these well-defined significant channel structures, they have a way of sort of reduplicating the degree to which they prior existed. In other words, I call this the full channel extension. The distance in this channel, you reduplicate it to the downside, is exactly 73.87 this week. And I will be still, if we close below the low 120s, I'll be talking about this as a possible long-term objective, but you could also treat it in stair-step fashion. First big picture target, 102.73, and if we close below 102.73, 73.87. This is the last thing I'll say about this particular chart, that if you're bottom picking Apple, if you're long Apple, longer term, as a longer term investor, whether that's through 23 or in your portfolio for the next decade. I don't know about the next decade. Things have a way of playing out over the course of 10 years. But let's just say through 23, that if we close below this low 20 support, I don't see any good reason to be aggressively long or long Apple as we move into later 23. I do think we could melt down all the way back, excuse me, into the 70s over the following, I don't know, what would be the timing of this? How long did this take? This was a August high, right? Yeah, I think this was an August high. August high, 5 months. Yeah, 3 to 5 months perhaps. So anyway, I don't want to belabor that point. Hi, if you enjoy watching our daily Apple report, you'll love our daily Triple Q and SPY reports. They're presented in the same 5 to 10 minute video format. Our daily SPY and Triple Q analysis provides directional market signals that are correlated with highly specific price support and resistance levels. Whether your trading time horizon is short or longer term, we promise you a distinctive edge in your trading of the SPY and Triple Q. We offer a 5-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. So go to wickedstocks.com right now and start receiving your daily SPY and daily Triple Q reports today. That is depressing. And I don't think it's going to happen, actually. I think this is actually pretty good bottom-picking territory. I want to point out one other thing to you, and I do have it here, don't I? I do not. I don't have the Triple Q on this chart, the NASDAQ 100. I do have the S&P 500 or the SPY. The SPY is holding its long-term support after closing above it a couple of months ago, its own descending 1/3 speed line. So the point I really wanted to make, and I really wanted to show the Triple Q, because the Triple Q is testing long-term Fibonacci support again, as it did in October. And I would invite you actually to check out our Triple Q analysis, daily Triple Q report, daily SPY report on wickedstocks.com. It is a paid subscription, but you get a full assortment of information. Daily Triple Q, daily SPY report, just like this every day. You get weekly S&P 500, weekly NASDAQ 100 index, the weekly U.S. Treasury TLT. You get 2 individual stock picks every week. Today we put out a meta analysis that is in the process perhaps of posting its own meaningful buy signal through Q1, the old Facebook. I would invite you to take a look at that. We put that out earlier today, an 8-minute video showing you detailed instructions for a potential buy signal. Hasn't occurred yet, but it may well tomorrow, Friday. Anyway, back to the analysis. Let's take a look here. Coming off the low 120s, 129.57 is our near-term upward pivot point. Now, this is bottom-picking territory in the 122.95 to 124.41 area, an area that can contain selling through Q1, as I've been saying, and above which, let me show that chart actually. Holding above 122.95, I think by the end of February, we should rally back into the lower 140s, this long-term 143.43 speed line. The indication for this that could occur by the end of January would be a settlement today above 129.57. But until then, you day traders, 3 to 5 day swing traders, 129.57 is your level. And that is a level that you can either liquidate a long position after having tested support in the lower 120s over the last couple of days. You could liquidate here, go short again, back to 122.95. And if we close above 129.57, no good reason to be short Apple as we move into next week. I have a 2 to 3 day target then at 135.57. And as I said a moment ago, closing above that 129.57 short-term channel top, I think within 2 to 3 weeks, back into the low 140s where we could top out well into, if not through February trade. And you know how I said bottom picking the low 120s with the possibility of the low 170s within 3 to 5 months? This would be the indicator of that. If over the next month or two we can close above 143.43, we have a 2 to 3 month buy signal into the low 170s. Until then, we could top out here for a month, fall back into the low 120s, fill this wedge out for the next few months. That is a real possibility. I think I've covered everything. There's really not much else to say. All the support resistance levels have been carefully chosen for you day traders. Every single one of them is tradable. They mean something. I just didn't go through all of it. I went through the basic chart basics. Anyway, that is all I've got. Please click like if you would and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with Friday's Daily Apple Report. You have a great day.